There are three things you need to know about Aura's parental controls, but the very first thing you should know is this. After testing pretty much every major parental control app out there, Aura's still the one that I actually use. I'll get to those three things and my discount code, which is linked in the description below. But first, I want to explain why I landed on Aura in the first place. At a high level, most parental control apps do the same core things reasonably well. They let you set screen time limits, they block or restrict apps, and they control what your child can and can't access on their phone. So when you're choosing between them, it often comes down to price or whether you need a very specific feature. What I want to talk about first, though, is something that you're not really going to find spelled out on any of these companies' websites. Aura is simply the app I enjoy using the most, and that matters more than people think. When you're picking a parental control app, this isn't something you set once and forget. It's an app that you're going to interact with constantly, so enjoying it, that's kind of half the battle, right? And you don't really want to hate it. You don't want an app that creates friction between you and your kids. You don't want something that causes more problems than it solves. And you definitely don't want an app that takes your entire weekend to set up, only to realize that you still don't fully understand it, and now you have to start over from scratch. That's the big reason that I stuck with Aura. I genuinely enjoy using it. The interface makes sense, the setup is totally straightforward, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. On top of that, I use Aura as part of the family bundle, which also includes identity theft protection and digital privacy tools. I spend a lot of time testing the major players in this space, and some of them are just exhausting, right? They throw so much at you, they prioritize the wrong things, or they try to convince you that every single feature is mission critical. So that's the high-level reason that I like Aura. But to make this a complete review, let's actually break down the features, what it does well, where it has limitations, and who it's really best for. And don't forget, if you've already made up your mind, I do have that exclusive discount code linked below. Thing number one, what Aura actually does. So now let's get specific, because this is where people either end up really happy with Aura or they realize it's just not what they were looking for. Aura is a preventative parental control app. Its job is to stop inappropriate content from ever even showing up on your child's device in the first place. And it provides 3 ways to block inappropriate content: blocking access to specific apps, blocking access to specific websites, or blocking content by category. So when you set up a child profile, Aura automatically blocks major social media platforms, and it lets you filter content across about 24 different categories. So you can fine-tune that over time, but right out of the box, it's intentionally conservative. And in testing, the filtering actually does work. When something's blocked, it is blocked. It's not logged, not flagged later, not turned into a notification when you have to deal with it after the fact. Aura also enforces safe search across major search engines, and it lets you see browsing activity, so you're not flying blind. But it's important to be clear about what Aura does not do. Aura does not read text messages, social media DMs, or emails. It doesn't scan conversations or interpret tone inside of private messages. That's not a missing feature, it's actually a design choice. Aura is built for parents who want to control the environment, but not monitor every single conversation that's happening inside it. So if your goal is to read messages or get alerts about specific phrases, Aura is probably not the right tool for you. But if what you want, rather, is reliable blocking that prevents exposure in the first place, especially for younger kids, this is where Aura really shines. Thing number 2, the screen time controls that actually change behavior. This is the part of Aura I end up using the most. Screen time limits are customizable in a way that actually reflects real life. You can set different rules for weekdays and for weekends. You can apply limits by app or by category. And you can schedule things like bedtime or focus time so that devices automatically will lose internet access when they're supposed to. But the standout feature here is Aura's Pause the Internet button, and it's exactly what it sounds like. This is a true kill switch. One tap and the internet's gone across the entire device. No negotiation, no countdown timer, no just one more minute. We've all heard that. And because it cuts internet access rather than locking the phone entirely, kids can still use offline features if you want them to. There's also a bonus time feature, which I really like because it flips screen time from being purely punitive into something that you can reward. Chores are done, homework's finished, awesome. You can instantly add extra time without having to rewrite the entire schedule. These might seem like small things, but they actually change behavior. And more importantly than that, they reduce the amount of arguing and micromanaging that you have to do as a parent. You're not constantly adjusting the rules. You're just enforcing the ones that you already set. Thing number 3, Aura isn't just a parental control app. This is the part that's easy to overlook if you're comparing Aura to apps like Bark in a vacuum. Aura isn't just a parental control app. It's a full digital security suite. And the parental controls, they're just one part of it. On the family plan, you're also getting identity theft protection, dark web monitoring, data broker removal, a VPN, and antivirus protection. All of that in the same app. And that means you're not juggling multiple subscriptions, dashboards, logins, just to cover the basics. For me, that matters. I already care about digital security, and I'd be paying for some of these tools anyway. So having parental controls built into the same ecosystem just makes sense. It also means that Aura's value really depends on what you're looking for. If all you want is message monitoring or location tracking, Aura doesn't do those two specific things, sure. But if you want an all-in-one solution that protects your kids and your household's digital life, Aura is one of the few options that actually delivers all of that. So when people ask whether Aura is better than other parental control apps, I think that's really the wrong question. The better question is whether Aura's approach matches how you want to manage technology in your home. And for parents who want strong prevention, simple controls, low friction, and broader digital protection, that's really where Aura stands out. Don't forget that my discount code is in the description below if you want to save a little bit of money as well. Appreciate you sticking around until the end. I wish you the best of luck, and if you have any questions, I am of course happy to answer them in the comments.